What is going on, guys? It's Conspo Trend back with another video. Today, another Madden 17 rebuild. Not so much as a rebuild with this team, the Cincinnati Bengals, more of a reload. They kind of have trouble getting past the first round in the playoffs, so we're going to try and help them do that. As you can see, their top players are Andrew Whitworth, 95 left tackle, Geno Atkins, 94 defensive tackle, and AJ Green, 93 wide receiver. So they definitely got a lot of top tier talent on their team. So let's jump into the franchise and see what we're working with. Alright, guys, here we are in the franchise. Just gonna pick my season goal here. Usually what I do, I usually just pick a starting point in the preseason, but I want to kind of speed things up a bit, so we're just gonna start right in the regular season, so we don't have to cut like 20 guys and do all that stuff. So we're gonna set our season goals, like I said. I'm going to pick 10 wins. I think that's fair. Going 10-6 would be pretty good. Let's take a look at the team here. Go to their roster. Take a look at the draft class this year. Just go through some of their top picks. First round, they went William Jackson the third. Cornerback out of Houston in the first round. Second round, they went Tyler Boyd, wide receiver out of Pittsburgh. Third round, they went Nick Vigil, inside linebacker, Utah State. So some pretty decent players. See what their ratings are in Madden when we go through them. So we got Andy Dalton, AJ McCarron. Good starter, good backup, which is always important. Running backs, you got the same thing. You got the 1-2 punch, kind of thunder lightning kind of combination here. So that's good. Hewitt's, he's a really good fullback. He can block, he can catch. That's good. They brought in LaFell this year. Here's Boyd. This is their second round pick. He's 69 overall. I'm sure he's got quite a bit of speed. Only 88 speed. He's a little bit undersized, but he'll probably get some playing time. Eifert, obviously. There's Whitworth there, and Jake Fisher. So that's a good backup. I'm not sure what my right tackle is, so Fisher might be playing there. We'll see. This bowling guy, 84, he's good. Bodine, 75, that's alright. Zietler, 86, that's pretty good actually. Eric Winston, the vet, and then this guy. So maybe Fisher will be playing right tackle, we'll see. Carlos Dunlap, 89 overall, left end, that's good. Michael Johnson, 6'7", 280 pounds, 79 overall, he's a monster at the right end position. Defensive tackle, Geno Atkins, 94 overall. Carlos Dansby, they brought in, left outside linebacker, 84 overall. Ray Malaluga, 84 overall. This is their third round pick, that Nick Vigil or whatever. Not sure how you pronounce that name. Vontez Burfict, 90 overall. They play a 4-3 defense, so they got more speedy guys on the D-line and kind of just run stopper, like cover two linebackers kind of thing. They got Adam Pac-Man Jones, corner, 87 overall. You still got it. Drake Kirkpatrick, 76. Darquez Denard, 74. And this is their first round pick, William Jackson, 72 overall. So their corners are actually pretty good. Definitely better than the Bears one I did yesterday. A lot of teams don't have those good corners. They got a good free safety, pretty young, 26 overall. They got Sean Williams, strong safety, 76. Might try to improve that. We'll see. Mike Nugent and Kevin Huber, whatever. So by the looks of it, looks like we'll have quite a bit of cap space. Let's take a look here. Oh, I was wrong. We only have 11.1, so really don't have that much for making moves here. See if I got my practice rosters full. Yeah, I'm all good. So I'm going to search the trade block, probably make a deal or two, and then we'll do some manual trades and spice things up a bit. So let's pick it up there. For my first trade with the Cincinnati Bengals, I traded for left tackle Marcus Cannon from the New England Patriots, 78 overall. Traded Ray, my backup middle linebacker. Basically, my plan is to trade Whitworth because he's getting paid quite a bit of money, so I want to free up some cap space, and he's a pretty old player too, so probably going to do that right now, so let's skip to that. Alright, boys, picking up here at my first manual trade. Like I said, traded Whitworth. My left tackle, 95 overall, like one of the best left tackles in the game. Traded this year's first and this year's second, so I'm basically going to have no draft picks for this year's draft, but whatever. I got Antonio Brown, 99 overall wide receiver. So give Andy Dalton another weapon, so I think I'm in pretty good shape. With this trade, I basically got a good pass blocking left tackle back, little less overall in Clady, 80 overall, but his pass blocking like an 88 in this game, so that's good. Traded Winston, a right tackle, next year's second and next year's third round pick. Just look at my depth chart now. Like I said, this team was pretty good, so I didn't make too many changes. More of a reload than a rebuild. So let's take a look here. Start with the O-line. Like I said, got Clady, left tackle, and then I picked up Beatty from free agency. Bowling, left guard, Bodine, Zietler, Marcus Cannon. He was a left tackle that I picked up, but I changed him to a right guard. And then I'm starting Fisher at right tackle. My tight ends stay the same. Eiferd's going to be starting. Wide receivers, we got Antonio Brown, AJ Green on the other side. In the slot, going to have LaFell. And then we got Boyd, the rookie. There's Tate, too. He's a good special team player. Quarterback, obviously Andy Dalton. AJ McCarron going to be backing him up. Running backs, Gio is going to be getting the start. Jeremy Hill going to be backing him up. Hewitt is going to be my fullback. Go to the defense. D-line. Everything stays the same. Michael Johnson, Geno Atkins, Pico, Carlos Dunlap. Linebackers stay the same with Perfect, Maluga, Dansby. I picked up Emmanuel Ocho out of free agency. Free safety stay the same with Aloka. Safeties, I picked up Louis Delmas, so he's going to be starting over Sean Williams there. Corners, I got Pac-Man Jones, Drake Kirkpatrick, Darquez Denard, Jackson, their rookie this year, first round pick. Special teams, everything stays the same here. Practice roster is just whatever they did for me. I didn't set anything up there, so I'm gonna start simming. I'll go to the midseason this year, and we'll see where we stand. Alright, guys, we're picking up here at midseason. Let's take a look at how we're doing here. Looks like we're 5-3 in the year. That's pretty decent. We're on pace for my 10-6, like I predicted. Andy Dalton, he's got a 3-to-1 touchdown ratio, 18 touchdowns, 6 picks. It was a pretty good year from him. Hill's leading the way in rushing. Antonio Brown already has almost 1,000 yards. He's a monster in this game. What else we got here? Perfect's leading in tackles. Carlos Dunlap in sacks with 4.5, and Perfect with interceptions. So now I'm just going to keep on simming, and we'll make it to the playoff round. Here we are in the playoffs, guys. Looks like we didn't make it. Let's see what went wrong here. Look at the standings. We went 9-7. We were one shy of my goal. Steelers went 10-6 on the year, led the division. So let's take a look at some season-ending stats. Looks like Andy Dalton was hurt. McCarron was hurt, and then this Keith Wenning came in. Actually played good. 6 touchdowns, 1 pick for him. Dalton had 23 touchdowns, 8 picks, almost 3,000 yards. Sacks were high, 45 for him, 15 for Wenning, 3 for McCarron. So we'll take a look at that. Rushing, didn't have a 1,000-yard rusher. Hill had 890 and 11 touchdowns. It's pretty good. Antonio Brown, 1,655 yards, 9 touchdowns. This guy is a straight-up monster in this game. AJ Green was banged up for a good part of the year. 845 yards, 9 touchdowns for him. Let's take a look at what's going on here. My left tackle is an issue. Thought Clady would get the job done, and right tackle as well. So we'll take a look at that in the offseason, hopefully. Tackles, Maluga led with 106. Quarterback sacks with Atkins with 9. Perfect, Maluga, and Denard were all tied with 2 interceptions. Mike Nugent, 83% kicking. And that's about it. So I'm going to do some off-season stuff, and we'll pick it up later on. We made it to the free agency recap here. I'll show you guys what I picked up for this upcoming year with the Bengals. I picked up Whitworth again. He's going to be my starting left tackle. Robert Mathis, going to be changing him to defensive end. And Zach Brown, I'll be probably playing at left outside linebacker since I lost out on Carlos Dansby in free agency. Like I said, my Bears rebuild, the re-signing phase is very difficult. Same with free agency. Like lower level players, they want more money, and it's hard to play with the salary cap on and try to fit everything in. So when in the re-signing phase, my biggest signing was Tyler Eifert, and Kevin Zeitler. So I re-signed those players, but I missed out on a lot of players, like low 80s and 70 overall players. They want a lot of money, so it's kind of hard to assign everyone. You can't have everything. So I'm gonna do the draft, and we'll pick it up at draft recap. Alright guys, we're at the draft recap here. I'll show you what I picked up. I only had a 3rd to a 7th round pick, so everything in between there is what I had. So 3rd round I went wide receiver, 71 overall. 4th round I went left outside linebacker, 74 overall. 5th round I went a center, 73 overall. 6th round I went middle linebacker, 68 overall. And 7th round, I went defensive tackle, 69 overall. So not really that bad for the later round picks I had. So I'm going to do some roster adjustments, and we'll pick it up in the preseason. Picking up here in year 2 with the Cincinnati Bengals, I made a first deal. This is probably going to be my only deal. I'm like right on the cap limit, so I can't really be doing much. I traded for a corner, Janoris Jenkins. I traded Maluga. I was paying him $5 million this year, so I wanted to get him out of town. And traded him a right tackle, so pretty decent deal. Wanted to get a pretty good corner. So to be honest, that's gonna be it. I'm just gonna send my depth chart, and I'll reveal that to you in just a moment. I'm gonna show you guys my roster before I start simming. So let's take a look here in year 2 with the Bengals. Not everything stays the same. We got Dalton McCarron back, but I picked up Aaron Murray. Running backs, we got Giovanni Bernard, Jeremy Hill, just like last year, but I picked up Ryan Matthews as a 3rd string backup. Hewitt is still my fullback. Wide receivers, we have Antonio Brown, AJ Green. I picked up Eddie Royal. I drafted this guy in the 3rd round. Boyd, I had him from last year. Picked up this guy, he was a rookie this year. Tight ends, we have Eifert, Croft, and that guy. Left tackle is going to be Whitworth and Jake Fisher. Left guard is Bowling and Westerman. Center is Bodine and Clady. Right guard is Zeitler, Cooper. Right tackle, Clady, Epps. Left end, Dunlop, Brown. Right end, Mathis, Johnson. Defensive tackles, Atkins, Billings, London, Hamilton. Left outside linebackers, we have Chapman and Demanchi. Mid linebacker, we have Brown, Brigance, and Vigil. Right outside linebackers, Vontez Burfict and PJ Dawson. Cornerbacks, we're going to have Adam Pac-Man Jones, Janoris Jenkins, Drake Kirkpatrick, Darquez Denard, William Jackson, and Josh Shaw. Free safety, we have Iloka and Smith. Strong safety, we have Sean Williams and Louis Delmas. Kicker, we have Dustin Madison. Kevin Huber is punter, and yeah, that's about it. I got like just over $1 million in cap space, so I really can't do anything else. And so let's start simming. I'm just gonna sim right to the end of the year. I'm not even gonna stop at the midseason, and hopefully we'll be in the playoffs. Fast forwarding here, we're in the wild card round. Let's see how we did in year 2 with the Bengals. Hopefully it's pretty good. 13-3, so we're definitely in the playoffs. We led our division by quite a bit. Take a look at some stats here. Team stats, well, we had the number 1 offense. That's good. Take a look at individual stats. Andy Dalton, 4,816 yards, 43 touchdowns, 10 picks. Sacked 38 times. That number's still a bit high, but not too bad. Rushing, Giovanni Bernard, 869 yards, 10 touchdowns. Jeremy Hill had 834 and 8 touchdowns, so good balanced attack. Ryan Matthews even had a couple carries. Antonio Brown, 93 catches, 1,310 yards, 13 touchdowns. Eifert had 82 catches, 822 yards, and 4 touchdowns. This rookie, Maxie John, that's a funny name there, 67 catches, 900 yards, and 10 touchdowns. AJ Green was hurt again this year with 59 catches, 690 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Blocking, we'll just skip that because it wasn't really that much of an issue. Looks like my rookie middle linebacker, 68 overall, led my team with 100 tackles. Quarterback sacks was Robert Mathis, my free agent acquisition, with 9.5. Interceptions is Pac-Man Jones with 5. Kicking, my rookie kicker really sucked. I just picked him up because I didn't have one, and I couldn't really afford a better one. And no kick return, no punt returns for touchdowns. That's about it. I'm going to do some player progression, use my Coach XP as well, and then we will sim to my first playoff game. We're here in the next week in the divisional round. We play the Tennessee Titans. Let's sim to next week, see if we get this W. And looks like we did. Now we play the Chiefs. I'll show you after I did player progression. A lot of guys went up in overall. So you see all these green boosts and stuff. Andy Dalton's a 91. Go to the defense here. My rookie middle linebackers went up to a 75. He was a 68 or something, so he went up. My 2 corners, Jenkins and Jones, have a +2 boost, which is good for 2 corners. So let's keep this going here. Sim to Pro Bowl. Advanced week against the Packers. That means I'm in the Super Bowl. 13-3 versus 13-3. What should I do? I'm going to upgrade some player XP, and then I'll come back right quick. Alright, I'm doing player XP. Let's get this simming underway. Obviously, the Packers have a very good team. Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. So let's sim to next week. Hopefully, we can get the win here and get my first Super Bowl with a rebuild in Madden 17. Like I said before, it's not so much of a rebuild with the Bengals. They're a very good team, and more of a reload kind of thing. So where do I go to see if I won? I guess we'll go to schedule, league schedule, Super Bowl. Ooh, I won 28-7. So that's my first Super Bowl in Madden 17. Andy Dalton threw for 3 touchdowns, just shy of 200 yards. Giovanni Bernard, 104 yards rushing, and Hill added 57. So we just pounded the rock on and played defense. This old school football kind of thing looks like. Any sacks or anything? Atkins had 2. Brown had 1. So we pressured the quarterback good, and picked him off one time. Williams had a pick. So that's going to do it for this Bengals franchise. End of year 2, we made the playoffs, went all the way, won the Super Bowl. Just take a look at my team here if you want to look at it. That's not all the starters. Looks like I had quite a bit of injuries on the O-line, but still came up with the victory, which all that matters. Traded for Antonio Brown in year 1, him and AJ Green on the outside. Very, very dangerous. Antonio Brown's like impossible to stop in this game. I played with him in a game, and you just basically run go routes, and he'll beat any corner out there. And take a look at my defense. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Bengals rebuild, or more of a reload, like I said. They're a pretty good team to start off with. So leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the video, and stay tuned for more videos.